All right, good morning, everyone. It is 8:51 in the morning of May 20th, 2022, and this is my pre-market strategy session. So the title to today's video is Options Expiration. So on the third Friday of every month is the typical options expiration. I think it was up until maybe about 10 years ago there weren't all these weekly options that were being issued. Options were only issued for the third Friday. The expirations used to be only the third Friday of the month. And and actually, technically, they expire on Saturday, but the last day you can trade them is on Friday. Not sure what that's all about. But anyway, there's been, especially after, what was that, Wednesday, when we had that big down day, the 18th, yeah, Wednesday, that pulled a lot of bears into the market. And so what's happening right now is during options expiration, the Wall Street, whoever it is, the market makers, I don't know, but in order for them to realize the most value possible means squeezing the bears, especially during options expiration. What they want to do is they want to get all the premiums out of those options that are issued. Now, I don't have a chart on where the max pain is. Like there's a maximum amount of pain that'll do the most damage to as many options traders as possible in that dollar price. I don't know what it is, but I'm guessing that it's probably in the up direction, since that's what the market is doing now in the pre-market. It looks like it's going to open high, which is going to cause a lot of bears to exit their put options, take the loss, and then the options, the folks who are issuing the options are going to realize that value. So yeah, it's the way it works. So what happens today on an options expiration day, on a big one? It's really hard to say. As of right now, I mean, you can see, pre-market volume doesn't really give very reliable relative strength indicators. They can be kind of used as a little bit of a weather vane, in that, typically speaking, the pre-market participants are the pros. They're the ones kind of setting things up for the day. So it's coming, it went into overbought. So the SPY here went into overbought during the pre-market hours, and is now coming out of overbought and going into oversold. Again, this is really light volume. And let's see, the VIX. And the VIX is, took a pretty big move down yesterday. And for such a move down, I mean, from 32 to 29, it's crossing the 30. 30 is considered, there's nothing worth owning. And whenever the VIX is above 30, there's just, it's really bad. But it went from as high as 33 to as low as 29. But then the SPY yesterday, really, I'd expect for the VIX to make such a down move. I'd be expecting quite a significant move higher than just an open. Let's see, it opened yesterday, the SPY opened at 388 and closed at 389. I'd expect more upside than that on a day when the VIX spikes up and then comes back down. Anyway, so what happens today? It's just really, really hard to say. I will probably, my bias is still to the downside, but that doesn't mean that conditions won't go into overbought and stay that way for a significant amount of time today, longer than expected, after such a huge down day and then the options expiration, there are probably a lot of bears out there. And I was going through and I was looking at the marks that I put on the chart, and I'd forgotten about this gap right here. This gap between 467 and 403.46 went unfilled. Now, everything prior to this gap on the S&P has been backfilled. Everything is repaired on the chart. So technically speaking, there are no outstanding issues. The SPY there are no more gaps for the SPY to come down and refill and repair. And I think that's interesting. I think that's what that means to me is there might be there's some folks who would say, okay, the correction's been made. We went back and we corrected the gap that was left from this bull run up. Come back, we've corrected it. The chart's okay to go. We're good to go now. Let's move forward. So that is a possibility that we could have an update today, just based on that, which is really weird. It's a really weird way of thinking of things. However, it's entirely possible. So I don't know. I might call it an early day today. I'm going to see how the morning session goes, and then I'm probably going to leave after the morning session. Really, I'm probably not going to trade in the afternoon today. So I'll see what kind of an entry I can get in the morning session if it works out. I'm still bearish, so I'll be looking for a bearish setup. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not going to take a lot of risk on it, and I'm certainly not going to hold it for very long. That's about it for my pre-market strategy session today. It's not much to go on, but it's been such an eventful week, and today could be a wild up day. It could be a wild down day. It could be a wild back and forth, up and down day. I have no bearing on how it's going to go today. And so I'm just going to sit back and take the signals as they come, and take my entries as they present themselves, if they present themselves. And that's about it. All right, everybody. Good luck out there. Keep your wrists tight. Click like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, tap the bell. I'll see you on Tuesday's pre-market strategy session. I'm going on vacation, or I'm going for a 3-day weekend this weekend to visit some family, and I'm going to take an extra day on Monday. So have a great weekend, and I will see you here again on Tuesday morning. All right, everybody, I am out.